Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2. Right. Test 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Liam, question.
Yep.
Who supplied the pass for Kai's goal?
The pass for
It looks like Muzzy on the video.
I think it was Muzzy.
I thought it was as well.
I think it was, yeah.
They were in the paper, didn't they?
Yeah, Pierre was stuck in there though. Pierre was in there though. I don't know yet. Yeah, we do.
Can I get a copy of that for the game?
Of course, yeah, give me details. I'll send it over to you.
Transfer or did email or whichever's easiest?
I'll tell you what, I've got my card.
I'll ping an email after the game then if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Get my good side if that's alright. Edit the bad bits out. I'll get that 2 minutes.
Nice, cheers then. No problem. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Live from Sphinx Drive, you are tuned in to another edition of Hillz FM Matchday with Liam Cook, bringing you live coverage of Coventry United matches on this very special day for the Red and Green Army. Today marks Coventry United's 100th league match, and that match sees them take on Rocester in their home debut in the Midland League Premier Division. Liam Cook here reporting, your commentator, your cameraman as well today. I'm on double duty for the umpteenth time now. I'm getting a bit bored of it now. No, I'm joking. But yeah, we're here with live exclusive coverage of Coventry United versus Rocester in the Midland League Premier Division. And boy, oh boy, it's going to have to go some to beat an epic match on Saturday, where Coventry United needed a late winner from Kai Williams to take home their first 3 points in their first match of the season, their first league match, I should say. Can they do it all again here at Sphinx Drive? Just their second match at Sphinx Drive of the 2016-17 season. Of course, we had the FA Cup game here a couple of weeks ago against Shawbury. That ended in a 1-1 draw. Let's see how United can fare this time around. Speaking of the Shawbury match, I'm glad to announce that we will be hearing from the FA as to the decision for the FA Cup match. That's going to be coming up tomorrow. We're hearing in the early afternoon. So there's two matters. Firstly, there's the racism towards Pierre Moudin, absolutely shocking scenes from, well, I would call him a fan. Of course, he wasn't a fan. With a member of the crowd, let's say, making monkey noises towards Pierre Moudin. That's now been passed on to the FA, and we've also been told that the decision whether United will be given a bye into the next round, where they will face Lichfield, or whether they will play a full replay of a replay in Shawbury at a later date. Well, what we do know is the winner of that match, whoever it is, will go on to face Lichfield, and the winner of that match against Lichfield will go on to face could be Bedworth United, and I believe there's another club in there as well. I'll have to check for. He's completely gone off the top of my head, but yeah, we could well face former Coventry United man Rich Blythe, who of course now plays for Bedworth United. He started fantastically well at Bedworth from what I hear. So can United go on and take on Bedworth United or the other team? And that other team, if I can get it up. No, it's gone. It's gone. Well, we do know that the draw has been made. We'll try and get that. I'll tell you what. Graham is listening. He's on holiday today. Graham, of course, our club secretary at Coventry United. He's probably screaming at the screen saying, "Oh, it's this club. It's this club." Answers on a postcard, eh? But yeah, we are just 12 minutes away from the originally scheduled 7:45 kick-off time here at Sphinx Drive. So it's about time we head into the team news from today's game, starting with our visitors, Rocester. So your starting lineup today: number 1, Richard Froggatt; 2, James Frost; 3, Carl Allen; 4, Joe Brockley. 5, Darren Bullock. I've got to be careful how I say that name. And number 6, Jordan Simpson. 7, Rob Ritchie Smith. 8, Chris Martin. I don't know whether they mean the Derby striker or the Coldplay lead singer. Number 9, Martin Smith. 10, Tom Brown. And number 11, Callum Riddle. And on the bench for Rocester, we have number 12, Liam Shaw. 14, Alex Rowland. 15, Robert Fox. 16, Danny Chatfield. And 17, Matt Nutt. Right now, the starting lineup for Coventry United this evening. Number 1, Rich Morris. Number 2, Pierre Mudim. 3, Tommy Glasgow. 4, Jean de Coury. 5, Elliot Palmer. 6, Jamie Coleman. Number 7, Kevin Thornton. 8, Chris Cox. 9, Kai Williams. Number 10, Josh O'Grady. And number 11, Brian Unlove. And on the bench for the Red and Green Army, we have number 12, Gary Moran. 14, Adam Billich. 15, Gift Musa. 16, Matt Brown. And number 17, Antonio Williams. Of course, we're not the only match tonight. There was a few matches dotted around in the Football League. Coventry City in action tonight. We'll bring updates from that match as and when we can. They'll be taking on Bury at the Ricoh Arena. That's a Sky Bet League 1 match. The big news coming out of the world of football this evening is the future of Joe Hart. There have been several media outlets that are suggesting that Joe Hart could be set to leave Manchester City. And we've been told that the Hart is going to be on the bench for tonight's match in the Champions League versus Steaua Bucharest. So they've gone for Willy Caballero in the goal once again. Have Manchester City. So we could see England's number 1 goalkeeper Joe Hart head to pastures new. There's been rumours of a move to Everton, and really you've got to say it's the most high-profile club that could do with a new goalkeeper. Liverpool have just signed a couple of new keepers to rival Simon Mignolet. Of course, Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs. They've all got their first choice number 1s all tied down. They're all right, but really the biggest team you can say that don't have a proper number 1 goalkeeper right now after the departure of Tim Howard has got to be Everton. Let's go through some of the fixtures for tonight. Starting off with the Champions League qualifying round. Ajax are at home to FK Rostov. Young Boys versus Borussia Mönchengladbach. Believe me, I couldn't spell that name if I tried. Actually, I tell a lie. I was doing an episode of Sports Lounge a couple of months ago. I was going through the German scores. I spelt Borussia Mönchengladbach absolutely perfectly. So that's my crowning achievement in life. Dinamo Zagreb are taking on Red Bull Salzburg. Copenhagen versus Apollon Nicosia. And of course, Steaua Bucharest versus Manchester City. In the Sky Bet Championship, Aston Villa will look to capitalise on their first win of the season on Saturday against Rotherham. They are taking on Huddersfield Town, who beat Newcastle United, of course, on Saturday at St James's Park. We've got Brentford versus Nottingham Forest. Brighton are at home to Rotherham. Sheffield Wednesday travel to Burton Albion. We've got Leeds versus Fulham. Norwich City versus Bristol City. Preston North End at home to Derby. Of course, Derby still looking for their first point and their first goal of the new season. Wigan take on Birmingham City. And Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Ipswich Town. In Sky Bet League 1, AFC Wimbledon host Scunthorpe United. Charlton are up against Shrewsbury Town. Chesterfield at home to Walsall. Coventry City take on Bury. Of course, we've already gone through that. So the Ricoh Arena. Gillingham versus Swindon Town. Milton Keynes Dons versus Bradford City. Oldham Athletic are up against Northampton Town. Peterborough United are home to Millwall. Port Vale take on Rochdale. And Sheffield United have Southend at home. On to League 2 now. Carlisle United versus Cheltenham. Colchester United are at home to Grimsby. Crewe Alexandra versus Hartlepool United. Doncaster versus Cambridge. Exeter are up against Crawley Town. Leyton Orient are at home to Stevenage. Newport travel to Luton. Mansfield Town are at home to Yeovil Town. Morecambe versus Portsmouth.
I'm putting my phone down here, alright?
Notts County versus Plymouth Argyle. Wycombe Wanderers versus Accrington Stanley. Who are they? And bizarrely, it's an 8 o'clock kickoff with Barnet versus Blackpool. So those are the other fixtures for tonight. There are, of course, a few more matches tomorrow night, but we don't have to worry about them because we're not going to be on air tomorrow night. The match kicks off in around 7 minutes' time. Live coverage of Coventry United versus Rocester in the Midland League Premier Division. Of course, we'll go through the starting lineups once again shortly before kick-off. And also, if you missed a, quite frankly, thrilling game with Coventry United going 1-0 over Sporting Cowser on Saturday, you can catch highlights, video highlights of that match. All you've got to do is go on our YouTube channel, just search Hillz FM Matchday on YouTube, go to our channel and it will be on the channel. We're going to make a playlist for all the highlights as well, and of course tonight is going to be no different. There will be video highlights online within 2 days of the match, so either tomorrow or Thursday, depending on when we can sort out the footage. But you know what, we're doing all we can to keep the fans of Coventry United happy. A big shout out going out to Graham Wood, who's listening on Hillz FM Matchday. He's on holiday this week. He's having a well-earned break, and who can begrudge him of that? He works very hard at Coventry United, so fingers crossed we don't have any more equipment malfunctions like we did on Saturday. Fingers crossed that's all sorted. So yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. If you don't see a threat for the second half, you know it's all gone. Well, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Let's just say it's all gone messed up. That's what I'll say. And also a big thank you to Mark Lewis, who has made us some brilliant graphics for the YouTube and Twitter channels. There was one slight error on it though. He said that my middle name was Hill, Liam Hill Cook. I must state my name is Liam Hall Cook. Hall, and also Hall is a middle name, a very dopey middle name at that. But a massive thank you to Mark Lewis for making those quite frankly stunning graphics for our YouTube and our Twitter. 5 minutes to go until kick-off here at Sphinx Drive, and you know what, it's nearly time to start the camera actually, so I'm going to put the old laptop down for a few. Well, I'll say a few minutes. I'm going to put it down for the whole game because I'm going to be operating the camera. It's a difficult job this, but you know what, at least I get to see a good game of football for free, eh? And of course Coventry United are going to be in action on Saturday as well. We've got enough time to tell you about the upcoming fixture for Coventry United. We haven't even got through the the fixture for tonight. We're already telling you about how you can support Coventry United next week. Well, we'll tell you how you can as we go up the upcoming fixtures on the Midland League website. And there it is. It's on the 20th, I believe. In fact, no, it's gone. God, having Coventry United playing that day. I had to try and get that up, but yeah, bizarrely, I can't see Coventry United on there. So I don't know whether we've been shifted over or whether it's actually, I think it's an FA Cup game. I mean, that would be when the FA Cup game with Lichfield would be scheduled to take place. I'm looking at the website, and it's all FA Cup matches on the 20th, apart from Shepshed Dynamo and AFC Wolverines. They are in the league action, as well as Walsall Wood and Quorn. But here come the players of Coventry United and Rocester here at Sphinx Drive. We are ready for some enthralling action here in the Midland League Premier Division. Live coverage of Coventry United versus Rocester live on Hillz FM Matchday. So once again, we'll be going through the team sheet very shortly. And you know what, let's go through the starting lineups right now, starting with the visitors of Rocester. Starting in goal for Rocester, number 1, Richard Froggatt. 2, James Frost. 3, Carl Allen. 4, Joe Buckley. 5, Darren Bullock. 6, Jordan Simpson. Number 7, Rob Ritchie Smith. Number 8, Chris Martin. Number 9, Martin Smith. 10, Tom Brown. And 11, Callum Riddle. On the bench for Rocester, number 12, Liam Shaw. 14, Alex Rowland. 15, Robert Fox. 16, Danny Chatfield. And 17, Matt Nutt. And for Coventry United this evening, starting in goal, number 1, Rich Morris. 2, Pierre Mudim. 3, Tommy Glasgow. 4, Jean Decouri. 5, Elliot Palmer. 6, Jamie Coleman. 7, Kev Thornton. 8, Chris Cox. Number 9, Kyle Williams. 10, Josh O'Grady. And number 11, Brian and Love. On the bench for Coventry United. And that's right, you can hear a cow behind us. The birthday boy is here. And on the bench for Coventry United, before I was so rudely interrupted by the Coventry United farm end. On the bench for Coventry United, number 12, Gary Moran. 14, Adam Bilic. 15, Gift Musa. Number 16, Matt Brown. And number 17, Antonio Williams. And it will be Rocester to kick things off. And here we go, we are underway here at Sphinx Drive, Coventry United versus Rocester in the Midland League Premier Division. And Chris Cox brings the ball back immediately for Coventry United, booted upfield. There's no opportunity now for the winger to put it in for Rocester. Luckily United get it away. Decory tries to put it upfield to Kai Williams. Williams is out-muscled there by the centre-back. Frost boots that one down line. A lofted ball now looking for Martin Smith. And it's gone out for a goal kick. It will be Rich Morris to take this goal kick. So it does appear that Coventry United are going for a 4-3-3. And Brian and Love unable to keep that one in play. It's gone out for a Rocester throw. It's going to be taken by Carl Allen. It's put straight out. I know it's a push there against Pierre Moudin on Callum Riddle. You can hear already the Coventry United manager, Terry Anderson. And Richie Smith will take this one. Early opportunity for Rocester. Swung in with the right boot towards the far post, and Decory gets his head in it. It's going to go onto the right wing. Brown will try and keep that one in, and does. A cross blocked by Jean Decory, still with Tom Brown. Forced into the corner there by Jamie Coleman. And Coleman does well to try and out-muscle him and puts it out for a Coventry United goal kick. Good work there from Jamie Coleman. Good work there from Rocester, Tom Brown. Trying to keep the ball alive for the visitors. Good work there from last week's man of the match, Jamie Coleman. As Rich Morris grabs the ball and gets set for this goal kick. Morris has been in decent form so far this season with the pre-season games, the FA Cup matches, and of course the opener against Calcer last week. He's made some spectacular saves. His goal kick finds Chris Cox. Here's Josh O'Grady. He's got to try and beat his men, and does. Beats two men there for Rocester. Decory puts it forward towards Brian and Love. Flicked on to Kevin Thornton. Onto the left wing with Josh O'Grady. Looking to put a cross in. Dodges the challenge there of Frost. O'Grady into the air, and he's put it out for a Coventry United corner. Josh O'Grady, last season's top scorer. Proving dangerous from the get-go. Proving challenging as well for the right back James Frost. And here he is, Mr. Set Piece himself, Josh O'Grady, getting ready to take this corner and takes a short one to Kevin Thornton. Back to O'Grady, whipped in, headed away there by Darren Bullock. Decory tries to put it back into the area. Jean Decory into the penalty area. Could be an opportunity for Coventry United. Can he get past the goalkeeper? No, he can't. The goalkeeper able to smother the ball there. Good work from Richard Froggatt to ensure that the Coventry United attack ends with the ball in his hands rather than in his net. Froggatt's got to get that one away as Colin tries to make a nuisance of himself. Elliot Palmer gets his hand on the ball first. Frost. Richie Smith. And Palmer gets that one away, and Williams is waiting. Rocester try and clear the ball. It's come to Jean Decory. Couldn't quite find Thornton, but Decory will try and get on that again. Palmer heads it away, looking for O'Grady. Brockley gets there first. Come to Kevin Thornton. Now Williams looking for a through ball to O'Grady, but Williams dodging and diving the challenges, and he's put it wide at the near post. Kai Williams, the match winner on Saturday, a late goal deep into injury time against Sporting Cowser. Rather scrappy goal, but a goal nonetheless that gave United 3 valuable points. And Richard Froggatt ready to regroup with this goal kick. Boom goes that ball. Decory gets there first. Kevin Thornton, the former Coventry City star, tries to put it up line, block well. Jamie Coleman plays it back to Richard Morris. Morris hoops that away from danger. Nodded on by Love, but only as far as Jordan Simpson plays it back to his goalkeeper, and he has to hastily clear that one as Kai Williams was moving in. Palmer. And Cox makes sure that ball is his, but then loses it. And Thornton intercepts after it came off Martin Smith. Now here's Brockley. Simpson finds Frost. On the right hand side, striding into Coventry United territory. O'Grady comes across to try and cover him off. Cross is put in, and it's out of the air by Jamie Coleman. Cox loses it. Attempted cross in there by Tom Brown. Blocked well. Once again, Jamie Coleman in the thick of the action. And the back for Coventry United. And Chris Cox brings the ball down and hoops it away, looking for Kai Williams. Good pressure there from Darren Bullock. O'Grady. A chip ball onto the left-hand wing. Can Williams get it before the goalkeeper? No, he can't. Simple work for Richard Froggatt. So roughly 5 minutes gone here at Sphinx Drive. And Froggatt puts the goal kick. It is out of play. Yes, it's just gone out of play there off Carl Allen. Despite his best efforts to keep it in. The setting sun causing a few visual issues for the players here at Sphinx Drive. Pierre Moodham takes the throw in, and I think maybe those visual issues affected John Decory as his control took the ball straight out. An opportunity now for Rocester wasted as Richie Smith trying to put it into the area. It's come down to Chris Cox, nodded on, and Love won't get there, but Kevin Thornton will get to the rebound, and Chris Cox will just about keep that in. And put out a play there by Pierre Moodham as Riddle tried to get the attack started once again. The throwing cut out well by Moodham once again. Brown plays it over to Frost. Flicked on there by Richie Smith. Frost, good challenge there by Tommy Glasgow. Coventry United's answer to John O'Shea, can literally play anywhere. So 0-0 after around 7 minutes. The throwing will be taken by Frost. Options in the centre, long throw into the penalty area. Cox gets his head in it. O'Grady gets to the second ball. Now Kevin Thornton. His deflected pass finds Josh O'Grady, and O'Grady's put it out of play off the leg of Rob Richie Smith. Throwing Coventry United on the left-hand side, halfway into their own territory. Tommy Glasgow will take this throw in. He's got Coleman, Thornton and Decory in support. It finds Josh O'Grady a little bit further down line. Glasgow, flicked on by Thornton towards Josh O'Grady. And here come United. O'Grady switches it onto the right-hand side. Can Cox get there? Yes, he can, but there's no one waiting. But Cox does it all by himself and wins it back. He hit the ball away from his man there, but despite his valiant effort, is dispossessed. by Callum Riddle. United do have the ball back after the long ball comes to nothing. O'Grady now on the left-hand side, inside Rocester territory. Through ball for Tommy Glasgow. And a rather ambitious effort there from the Coventry United utility player playing at left back today. The first proper shots at goal for Coventry United. In fact, the first proper shot of any in today's game. So right now, not that it matters that Coventry United are in 9th place in the Midland League Premier Division table. Of course, after one match, that doesn't really mean a lot. Top of the table, Coventry Sphinx. After their 8-0 victory at home to Brockton on this very ground on Saturday. Coventry United win a free kick there, just inside their own half. Kevin Thornton tripped.
Yeah, would you believe that? Yeah.
Free kick taken quickly, Keelan Palmer. Or Elliot Palmer, I should say. Here is Elliot Palmer. Moodin tries to find Williams, and he does, and Williams is striding away now into the penalty area, overruns the ball and loses it to Simpson. And Decory has it on the centre. Moodin loses it, and it's put through there by Brown, and Palmer comes across and will put that, in fact no, he just about keeps it in. If he had to put it out for a throw, it would have been a Rocester throw. It took a touch off the leg of Elliot Palmer. In fact, it has gone out for a throw-in now. It looked like it went out of play from here. Bench taken by Chris Martin. It's going to be a long throw into the penalty area. United have had to deal with quite a few of these in the early stages of the season. Thornton misses the header. Nodded on there by Tom Brown, but United come away with the ball, and here's Josh O'Grady looking for some options into the centre. Tommy Glasgow, he's got Thornton in front of him, finds Kevin Thornton, opportunity for a cross on the left hand side. Finds Glasgow on the edge of the area. Tommy Glasgow receives a bit of a nick in the back there, but the referee says nothing doing. Clearance is made. Chris Cox heads it forward. Josh O'Grady. Volley pass over to Jean Decory, who'll just about keep that one in, and finds Jamie Coleman. Now Kevin Thornton on the left hand side, appeals of handball. Fall on deaf ears as far as the referee is concerned. Kai Williams now tries to put it through on goal, and here's Brian Love. Goalkeeper comes out. Brian Love rounds in and puts it into the bottom corner. And Brian Love gives Coventry United an early advantage. Too easy for Coventry United there. Brian Love has been in supreme form in pre-season and grabs his first goal of the new league campaign, rounding the goalkeeper Richard Froggatt and simply slotting it into the far bottom corner. Coventry United 1, Rocester 0. Rocester? Rocester, there you go. Coventry United lead Rocester by 1-0. United catching Rocester off guard there. Defensive frailties being shown from the visitors as Pierre Mudim is free on the right hand side, looking to heap the misery on the visitors. It's come to Kai Williams at the near post. Stumbles but still retains the ball. Still going Kai Williams. And now Pierre Mudim, and it's blocked. Just so close there for Coventry United. Pierre Mudim has been darting forward far more often than we've seen. Nearly finding the net there, firing at goal. It was blocked just in front of the line and put out for a corner. Mudim trudges back to the halfway line. Josh O'Grady is going to take the resulting corner on the right hand side. Corner is put in and caught this time by Froggatt. Going some way to atoning from his earlier error, leading to Coventry United's opening goal. The pass there by Rocester, cut out by Pierre Mudim. And now Josh O'Grady, Mudim's up there with him, finds Pierre Mudim. He's past one man, can he keep the ball in? Yes he can, but a brutish slide challenge there from Jordan Simpson. Puts the ball out for another corner. No question of it being a foul, he got the ball cleanly. A committed tackle there. He had to get stuck in there and get that ball away from Moodham. Otherwise, it could have been double trouble for Rocester. Short corner taken by O'Grady. 1-2 with Pierre Moodham. Josh O'Grady. He's still got Moodham support. O'Grady puts in the cross. Headed away there by Simpson. And Thornton will intercept the ball. Tries to flick the pass over towards Moodham. And does. Moodham's control lets him down a little bit. It's come to Callum Riddle. Richie Smith. Lofted pass now for Riddle. Coleman's there with him. Can he get the ball off him? Still going Riddle. Thornton double teams with Coleman to get the ball back. And Thornton is tripped. Referee says no foul. And Rocester can wait with the ball. Decory dispossesses Chris Martin. And eventually a free kick is given against Rocester. Jean Decory having his shirt pulled a little bit there. And it will be a free kick to the home side. 15 minutes gone, Coventry United lead by 1-0. Nice to play it around at the back with Kevin Thornton. Into the opposition half with Josh O'Grady. And offside there against Kai Williams. You can hear the Rocester manager saying it's far too easy for Coventry United. They've got to agree with him. The opening goal for Coventry United was on a little bit on the easy side as far as Rocester are concerned. I've heard good things about this team. So I fully expect this Rocester team to get stuck in there and try and peg back United, try and get this equaliser. Of course, a long way still to go, 75 minutes to be precise. Here's Pierre Moodham. Oh, a lovely bit of skill there by Moodham, taking the ball away. And here's Kai Williams. Can he run the goalkeeper? The goalkeeper slide. Managed to take the ball away from Williams on the edge of the area. He had to get that one right. But Froggatt is maybe getting a little bit too involved for Rocester's liking. His early attempt to cut off the United attack ended up coming back to haunt him when Brian and Love managed to round the goalkeeper and put it in. And that could have easily been a second goal with Kai Williams in exactly the same sort of position. So Froggatt has got to be careful darting out like that. United do have a throw now on the right-hand side. Thornton has the ball, but will allow Pierre Moodham to take this one. We've got options with Thornton, Cox and O'Grady. Leicester's player of the season, Chris Cox. Lays it off now to Pierre Moodham, crossing opportunity. Cross block, but it's come back to Pierre Moodham. He's passed his man. Pierre Moodham into the side netting. Agonisingly close. It's took a deflection right way out, and Coventry United have another corner. Well, where on earth is Pierre Moodham finding all this attacking intent from? There will be a corner to the Red and Greens, looking to double up their advantage. And Williams is toying with the Rocester defence there, teasing a short option. It will be O'Grady on the right-hand side to take the corner. It's put towards the far post. Head away there by the defender, Bullock. And now here comes Richie Smith. Under pressure from Jamie Coleman, and Thornton manages to nick the ball away. Blasco distracts and Thornton dispossesses. United are getting their orders from Aaron Anderson, get the ball away. And Love finds Kai Williams in space and switches onto the right hand side looking for Josh O'Grady. He's not going to find him with that sort of pass. Easily intercepted there by Carl Allen, hoofed away by Froggatt and intercepted by Decory onto Chris Cox. Elliot Palmer. Here's Jamie Coleman. Kevin Thornton. And now here's Thornton once again getting the ball from Williams. Jean Decory receives it from the captain, Chris Cox. Low ball to Kevin Thornton. Williams making the run. He may look for a ball towards Unlove, but he's taken too long there. Another chance wasted for Coventry United. With Froggatt forced to hastily boot that one away, and what a catch there from the Coventry United assistant manager Luke Morton. He's going to be after Rich Morris's job before you know it. Moodham can't keep it in, and it will be a throw in on the left side for Rocester. Well, I'll tell you what, the off-field personnel certainly making an impact for Coventry United. We saw yours truly make some brilliant ball control on Saturday. Now Luke Morton's acting as Rich Morris's number 2. a brilliant catch. So looks like the lads in red and green might have to look over their shoulders this season. And Froggett's goal kick nodded on to his opposite number 1, Rich Morris, his very fetching pink goalkeeper jersey, his navy shorts and socks. And I'm still nearly getting blinded by Jamie Coleman's bright green boots. Now, Coleman now says that they're the same colour as his teeth, so we'll let him get away with that one. Chris Cox tries a return ball to see Josh O'Grady, but it doesn't quite work out. But Moodham does well to dispossess the Rocester man. Strides down the right hand side, but can't keep it in. Simpson intercepts, but only as far as Chris Cox. Lofted ball into the area. And still United try and get past the Rocester defence. It's now Jean Decory. United being pegged back. Love tries to turn Simpson, but the centre back is equal to the task. Here's Rob Ritchie Smith. Here's Frost. And plays it back to Darren Bullock. And the long ball towards the attack of there. Callum Riddle. And thankfully for United, they're just able to stop him in his tracks just as he looked to get past the United defence. He was onside. He was past the last man. I don't think Riddle actually realised he was onside until the United players were on him. Kevin Thornton. And finds Brian and Love with a beautiful forward ball. He's got O'Grady in support and finds Josh O'Grady into the area now with Kai Williams. Surely got to be 2-0. No! A great challenge there from Jordan Simpson to deny Kai Williams. It's coming to the hands of Froggett. But you've got to think if Williams got any sort of clean contact on that ball, it was destined for the net. United have certainly started the brighter of these two sides. The bounce catches out the United defence there from the goal kick. And Palmer isn't able to keep that one in. And Callum Riddle goes over to take this throw in right in the corner. And Treasure going to take this throw in is Chris Martin. Richie Smith. Martin back to Richie Smith. Tries to put in the cross and successfully does so. And the header there by Carl Allen goes straight out for a Coventry United goal kick. So 20 minutes gone at Sphinx Drive. Coventry United lead Rocester by 1-0. Brandon Love rounding the goalkeeper and just placing it into the far bottom corner to give the reigning Midland League Division 1 champions an early advantage in their first home league game of the season. Tommy Glasgow and leaves it for Kevin Thornton, and Thornton is brought down from behind. And there did seem to be a little bit of a stomp there by Martin Smith on the way through. The referee is having a word. He's calling over the Rocester striker as well as Kevin Thornton. To be fair, Thornton didn't do a lot wrong there. He was forced down, and it seems that the trailing foot of Martin Smith caught Thornton in the chest. And it doesn't seem as if the referee is going to issue any cards right now. Wouldn't expect so early on. The referee just explained to the two players, calm it down. We don't want it to be that sort of game. And Thornton was actually booked in the last game at Sporting Council for dissent. Of course, the new FA rules indicate that the players have to be more respectful to the referees. Any sort of dissent shown to a match official will lead to an automatic yellow card. We saw that last week against Cowser. Pierre Moodham flicked it on towards Kai Williams. Williams nicked from behind there by Simpson, but he wins the ball back. And the ball down line goes off Pierre Moodham, and it will be a Rocester throw. Allen. And the ball into the centre, beautiful, finds Tom Brown. And Brown with a low effort, and that's child's play there for Rich Morris. Simple dive down to his right-hand side to gather that ball. His long throw finds Josh O'Grady, controls the ball well. Now Tommy Glasgow. Kevin Thornton. A beautiful chip ball to find and love. The control wasn't quite there, and Frost will intercept it, keeping the ball away from Glasgow. Ball down line, finds Tom Brown. Puts the ball into the area looking for Martin. It's put out for a goal kick there. Palmer's clearance took a touch off. Rob Richie Smith. So don't forget to get in touch with us on Twitter at Matchday Hillz. Anything you want to say on today's game. If you want to have your say on today's Hillz FM Matchday Man of the Match Award. Or if you just want to shout out, then do let us know. It's your show after all. Morris's goal kick. Only finds the head of Bullock. And Decory lobs it forward for United. And Love picks it up after the defender tried to head it away. Thornton down line looking for Love once again and finds Brian and Love. Past one challenge, can't get past the second. The clearance finds Tommy Glasgow. Cox can't control it. Martin Smith able to find Chris Martin. Rob Richie Smith. And good work there from Elliot Palmer to ensure the attack doesn't go any further. Rich Morris will collect this one at the back. Around 25 minutes gone. At Sphinx Drive still. Coventry United 1, Rocester 0. Kevin Thornton. Now, Elliot Palmer, of course, his brother Keenan, is now departed, we believe, has departed the football club after joining from Ashby Ivanhoe this summer. Josh O'Grady tries the ball through towards Pierre Mudim, cut out well there by Carl Allen, but Cox gets stuck in there and dispossesses the Rocester midfielder. Now Jean Decory getting it from Thornton. He's surrounded by blue shirts, not a lot he can do. Still trying to win the ball back, but the referee has given a free kick against Jean Decory for infringement on Chris Martin. No Coldplay jokes. It's going to be a free kick just inside Roaster's half to be taken by Jordan Simpson. Free kick hoofed towards the penalty area. Palmer and Moodham go for the same ball. There's opportunity now for Roaster on the left-hand side of the area. Callum Riddle, and it's given as offside. And Coventry United can regroup with a free kick. So the sun is pretty much set over the horizon now, so shouldn't be too many visual issues for Coventry United. The floodlights will be coming on very shortly. It's a side that we have missed over the summer. Can't beat a midweek game underneath the floodlights. And it's going to be a goal kick for Rich Morris. There goes the ball into the opposite half, nodded on there by Chris Cox towards Kai Williams. Beautiful there from Williams, taking the ball away from Frost. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. Cleared by Bullock, but only as far as Kevin Thornton on the left wing. Thornton into the centre with Chris Cox. Just going away from the challenge of Chris Martin, Palmer. Now Josh O'Grady. And despite the best efforts of Martin Smith, finds Pierre Moodham, who puts it through the legs of his opponent, but eventually loses out. And Pierre Moodham pushes his opponent to the ground. Handball claims there against Joe Brockley. And United do have the foul now for handball. The referee tried to play the advantage after the ball struck the arm of Joe Brockley, but the advantage eventually went away. So the referee has eventually given a free kick. And it will be Kevin Thornton. Thornton and O'Grady both eyeing this one up. It's going to be Josh O'Grady. Towards the far post, head away. And Love. Kevin Thornton. Into the area. And Kai Williams. And that will go into the hands of the goalkeeper. The referee raises his flag anyway. Goalkeeper hoops that one away. And Coleman can't get to it. And an ambitious effort to say the least there from Callum Riddle. Goal kick taken. Now Tommy Glasgow.
Rob, don't put him under, Rob! He's just picking passes round you!
Glasgow waiting for an option.
Rob, release yourself earlier!
Now Kyle Williams switches onto that left-hand side. And it is a Rocester ball there. Williams forced into a mistake there by, I believe it was Frost. So don't forget, as usual, at half-time we will be taking a short break to swap over the batteries of the laptop to make sure we can bring you the second half in full. Frost takes the throw, only as far as Thornton. He manages to keep it in without losing it to Martin Smith. And it seems that Smith has hurt himself there, and the United midfielder has put it out for a throw so that Smith can get some attention. It doesn't seem that the trainer is going to be needed. Smith said that he's okay to continue. He's still moving a little bit gingerly though. And we'd expect that Rocester will give United the ball back. Now Chris Cox is on the floor. The Coventry United captain. The player of the season last time out. The trainer for Coventry United has been given permission to go onto the pitch and aid Chris Cox. Cox, of course, influential towards the end of last season. Let's hope it's nothing too serious, that Chris Cox can continue. One of United's key players. That midfield is looking very strong this season with Jean de Corey back from Coventry Sphinx. Kevin Thornton signing from Rugby Town has been an absolute star for United so far in pre-season, cup and league. And in fact there will be a change. And it will be Adam Bilic for Chris Cox, a early blow for Coventry United. Half an hour in, they've lost their captain. So Kevin Thornton assumes the captaincy for today's game. I'll try and get some info as to what the injury is with Cox. As Cox makes his way off the pitch, Alan Bilic takes over. Well, let's get this game back underway. Half an hour gone at Sphinx Drive. Coventry United lead Rocester by 1-0. And we'll begin with a Rocester throw in. And of course, they observed the adequate shown to them. It was originally Martin Smith who was down injured, but then Chris Cox went to the ground too. And it is Cox who's been forced to come off with Alan Bilic coming on. And Bilic signed by United after an impressive trial period, much like a number of players this season, including Elliot Palmer and Antonio Williams. Broccoli. Now Rob Richie Smith. Frost. Passing around in United's half. And Decory gets in there and wins the ball back beautifully. And John Decory striding forward now. And a long ball looking for Kyle Williams. Maybe a little bit too powerful for him. In fact, no, Williams does keep it in. Crossing opportunity. Can he beat his man? Yes, he can. Still going Kyle Williams. Puts it towards goal. Oh, you beauty! Pick that one out! Kyle Williams, where were you hiding that one, son? What an absolute belter by Kyle Williams! Coventry United lead Rocester by 2-0. I'll tell you what, I'm glad I've got that one on camera. An absolute peach from the former Coventry City Youth Academy player. United in control as we head into the final 10 minutes of the first half. And Kyle Williams scoring for the second game in succession. When we spoke to Terry Anson last season, he did say that Williams was a standout player. He just needed to retain his fitness. He does like to do a little bit of running in his spare time, and that can lead to a couple of groin strains, ankle knocks here and there. But here come Rocester now with a corner. And Richie Smith puts it in towards the near post, and United just able to get it away at the near post. Rich Morris scrambling there to get it away. United do have themselves a throw in as Jean Decour was caught. But still trying to get my head around that goal. What a strike from Kyle Williams. He beat his man on the right hand side, made inroads into the centre. He struck one. It looked like it was just going to go over the crossbar, but it dipped down, curled away from Froggatt, and somehow found its way into the roof of the net. Well, the first one, Rocester had a right to be angry about. The second one, they could do nothing about it. It was just sheer brilliance from Kyle Williams. Now United look for a third as the long ball from Thornton nearly found in Love. Billich's header, cleared there by Bullock. A good chance there from Billich, but can't dispossess Riddle. He appeals for a foul. Referee says no. Billich got the ball cleanly. Glasgow, now Thornton, the stand-in skipper for Coventry United. Now Elliot Palmer finds Pierre Moudin, flicked on well there to Adam Billich, dodges one challenge. Comes into the centre, loses the ball, but Williams picks it up on the edge of the area. Made sure one again here, and the goalkeeper's not going to be caught out twice. But once again, Kyle Williams. Terry, what are you feeding this lad? Well, we saw glimpses of Williams' potential towards the end of last season, scoring goals against Lichfield and Pelsall Villa. Now, have we seen Kyle Williams coming of age in the opening 2 games of this season? And ball into the air now looking for Tom Brown. You have to cut it out well. Kevin Thornton. A beautiful ball into the left wing, trying to find Love. The control wasn't quite there. Now it's come to Richie Smith. Flicked onto the right hand side there by Martin Smith. Tom Brown. And Coleman as well to force the ball out of play without touching it. Rich Morris has the ball in his possession, ready for this goal kick. 10 minutes to go until we round off this first half. It's getting dark and the floodlights still aren't on yet. It's just like we're not going to have another floodlight malfunction like we did against Shawbury. Decory clears his lines, O'Grady can't control it. Moody will intercept after a wayward pass from the Rocester midfielder. Rocester had the ball back. Brockley looks for Richie Smith and finds him. And Glasgow does well to intercept. Adam Billich wasn't ready for the pass. Slide chance, keeps it away from the Rocester midfielder. Brilliant word there from Billich. And now Kyle Williams has got Moodham on the right hand side. He's still going Kyle Williams. He wants all the glory. Puts it forward. Looks for Pierre Moodham. Oh, and he's dispossessed there by Riddle. He manages to get the ball once again inside the corner. And a slide challenge from the Rocester man. It will be a corner kick. It was Brockley going down low to make sure that Moodham couldn't get into the area. The search for goal number 3 continues as Kyle Williams and Josh O'Grady Next to the corner flag, Williams makes his way into the penalty area. Thornton and Moody make their way towards the halfway line, just looking to make sure they aren't caught out with the counter-attack. The referee issues a warning there to one of the Rocester players. Thornton. And now Josh O'Grady. In the area, Josh O'Grady dodges one challenge towards the far post, and a long brilliant save! Oh, just steers it away from the net. Brilliant goalkeeping there by Froggatt. You've got to give him credit there. Brian and Love with a header at the far post. Right, looks like it's taken a touch off another United man, Ike's way out. And it will in fact be a goal kick. In fact, it's offside there. From this position, it's difficult to see the linesman's flag. And Birch does well there to put in a slide challenge and win the ball back there from Martin Smith. And it will be a Coventry United throw. Took a touch off Smith on the way out. Just over 5 minutes to go. And of course, we will be taking a short break at half-time to swap the laptop batteries to ensure that we can bring you the second half in full. Fingers crossed we don't have any more equipment malfunctions like we did against Cowser. We'll see what happens. But if there isn't a second half thread coming up on YouTube, then yeah, you can make your own estimations from that. Palmer. Kevin Thornton. Now Glasgow United just easing their way towards half-time. They've got a 2-0 lead. Thanks to Love and Kyle Williams. Well, we've had 2 hours of football in this new Premier Division season, and bizarrely, Josh O'Grady hasn't scored once. That's the most he's gone without a goal. Jamie Coleman. To be fair, United just, well, they're in control at the moment defensively, just keeping the ball at their feet. Elliot Palmer switches it to his centre-back partner, Jamie Coleman. No Callum Burgess tonight. Decory manages to get it away there under pressure from the Rocester man. Glasgow plays it back to Kevin Thornton, playing more of a defensive role. Looks like they may be going for a looks like a 5-2-3 right now. Now Kai Williams striding onto the ball on the left-hand side. It's just put out in time there by Jordan Simpson. He had to get to that one. We've seen how dangerous Kai Williams can be from those sort of positions. So Tommy Glasgow will go and get the ball for this throw-in. Five minutes to go until half-time here at Sphinx Drive. Coventry United 2, Rocester 0. Thrown to be taken there by Tommy Glasgow. Plays it short to Kevin Thornton. Tries to go into the area and it's blocked well by Chris Martin. Frost. And United win it back well. Rob Ritchie-Smith caught in possession. And Josh O'Grady with space. Josh O'Grady! Brilliant parry there from Richard Froggatt. Long range over there from Josh O'Grady. Must have heard us. He hasn't scored so far this season. That's only been 2 hours, but for Josh O'Grady, that's an eternity. But Morris makes a mistake there as he comes for the ball, and he's conceded. Has he? No! How has he missed? How on earth has he missed? Morris comes out for the ball, misses it, much like the goal that we saw at the start of the match for Brian and Love. I think it was, looked like Martin Smith, who had an open goal and somehow hits the post. An offside now called against Chris Martin. Well, defensive calamity there for Coventry United, something that we don't see much of. You know, one of the things that Terry Anderson prides himself on is the firmness at the back. Conceding very few goals, looking very strong in the back four, or in this case, the back five. But United were caught with their pants between their ankles there. Rich Morris doesn't make many mistakes, but that one nearly cost United the goal. Luckily, Martin Smith forgot his shooting boots. Morris's clearance for that free kick. Decory. Thornton wants it, Thornton gets it, plays 1-2 with Decory. And now Pierre Moudin. Oh, and he trips as he tries to make his way down the right-hand side. Riddle. And good pressure there from Elliot Palmer. On Smith, Martin Smith then. Smith he's committed the foul there on Pierre Moudin. Coventry United in complete control right now. It's Sphinx Drive and Thornton. And the referee is questioning Pierre Moudin why United took the free kick when the referee clearly wasn't ready. He was having a word with the infringing Rocester player. United will playing around at the back. Floodlights still not on as the sunlight weakens. I'm sure we'll see them in the second half. Can't beat a midweek game underneath the floodlights. Kevin Thornton seems to be playing more of a centre-back role as United try and consolidate this 2-0 lead. Switching to that, well, looks like a 5-3-2 now. Joshua Grady strides towards the penalty area, trip from behind, referee says no. United still with the ball, Adam Bilic into the area looking for O'Grady, and he's taking a touch off the Rocester man, looked like Bullock. And the visitors will come away with the ball as we edge towards half-time. 2 or 3 minutes left, including added time. And that's a ball from the Rocester man, Rob Richie Smith, looking for his namesake Martin Smith. It goes out for a Coventry United throw. And Rocester not happy that they're allowing United so much space. Bullock questioning why haven't they picked up Kevin Thornton when he's been involved in the majority of the moves for Coventry United. Here's Rob Richie Smith. And his pass intercepted there by Jean Decory. It just seems too easy for Coventry United. Oh, and another Rocester move comes to an end as Chris Martin trying to be a little bit clever there with a chip pass onto the right wing. It goes out for a United throw. We will be stopping for half-time very shortly. Of course, we will be taking a short break at half-time, so we will go off air for around 5 to 10 minutes time, so don't be alarmed if we go on air. But the referee calls the first half to an end. The first half that Coventry United have completely owned. A 2-0 lead to the current reigning Midland League Division 1 champions. Defensive calamity saw Coventry United take an early lead with Brian and Love rounding Froggatt in the Rocester goal. Just slide it into an empty net. Well, if that goal was easy, the second one was anything but. Kai Williams with a supreme solo strike, giving United a 2-0 cushion. It could have been 2-1 with Rocester with a fantastic opportunity as Rich Morris made a very rare error. But thankfully for United, Martin Smith missed an open goal. But that's the first half story here at Sphinx Drive as we head into half-time. The score is Coventry United 2, Rocester 0. And the farmyard is once again open for business. We are going to take a short break now here on the Hillz FM Matchday. We're going to swap over the laptop batteries. Fingers crossed we'll be back here in around 5 to 10 minutes time. This is Liam Cook here on Hillz FM Matchday. We'll see you for the second half. Don't go anywhere.